Hi, everyone. I am here with Rodney and Paige Stamps, the brains and the powerhouse behind Attacking Cancer. If you have not heard about the Attacking Cancer, the protocol books that they're writing, or any of the great work that they're doing, you're about to. They are everywhere. Now, I got to know Rodney and Paige when they were putting out and publishing their first book, 90 Days to Live. But you guys are actually working on some other books, correct?
Yes, actually 3 books. So we have the 90 Days to Live book, which is a story about our cancer experience. And then we have a protocol book that is a detailed book about the protocol we use to beat my cancer. And the 3rd book is a cookbook.
So you mentioned that you guys are writing these books because, Rodney, you were diagnosed with cancer. Do you want to tell us a little bit about when you were diagnosed, kind of what happened? I'd love to hear some of the background as to where all this came from.
Sure. 2005, I found a lump above my left collarbone and went in to have it checked out. And after a gamut of tests that they ran, it ended up being non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So immediately, traditional treatment is chemotherapy, and now it's a little different. You can do immunotherapy, but back then that wasn't much of an option for me. But they gave me 90 days to live if I didn't start treatment immediately. And I asked my oncologist if I could have a couple of weeks just to go think about it and start doing my own research. So Paige and I came back home and jumped on Google and went after it. So ended up searching alternative treatments that we thought may work. And that's kind of where we went from there. Didn't do chemo, didn't do any other conventional medicine, just chose an alternative route to beat the cancer, and that's kind of what happened.
Well, I guess I'm curious, why were you so focused on investigating alternative? What is it about you or your experiences that led you to want to, I mean, most people would just jump right into the chemo. What was it about your experiences and your background that made you want to investigate alternative so thoroughly?
Number one, with chemotherapy, my doctors only gave me about 5 years to live, and I was 38 at the time. So I thought, that's just not long enough. So we did have some bad experiences with chemotherapy treatments with family members. They did not survive the treatment. So I used to take my grandfather to chemo treatments, and I did not like it. He ended up dying from cancer. And so I just didn't really like chemotherapy. It's not that it's bad for everyone. It does work for some. 5 years wasn't long enough, so I thought that I was going to do something a little different to try to last a little longer.
And to remind all of you listening, this diagnosis was in 2005, and this interview right now is being recorded in 2019. So tell us, guys, what did you find, and how come you're still here?
Well, thank God for Google. After we went home to research for a couple of weeks, during our researching, a friend brought a book to us, actually. That was a book entitled One Answer to Cancer. So we read that book and found a protocol that treats various types of cancers. It was actually developed to treat pancreatic cancer, but they thought it would work great on me. So that, after looking at all the scientific evidence and the case studies on that enzyme protocol, that was the decision we made. So we write about that in the book, and that was a definitely a great decision we ended up making after the fact.
All right, so 90 Days to Live, which is out now and available anywhere anyone buys books. You delve into your story. This next book that's coming out, what's the difference between the next book and it's not so much the memoir, you said, it's much more in-depth information about the protocol. I guess my first question is, when you say that these protocols exist and they were developed, by whom? Who developed these? Where did these come from?
Yeah, that's a great question. In the 1800s, John Beard was doing a lot of research on enzyme treatment. And then Dr. Kelly, William Donald Kelly, ended up taking that research and developing his own protocol with the enzymes. And after Dr. Kelly passed away, Nicholas Gonzalez, MD, out of New York, took the protocol. He has since passed away, so there's other doctors now that administer the protocol. But really, our first book just talks about the story that we went through. We dive a little bit into the enzyme treatment and the protocol and different facets of what we had to go through. But the second book is very detailed. It's our daily regimen. It's everything that we had to do step by step, just to give everyone an idea of what you may go through if you decide to do the enzyme treatment, which is a very tough protocol to do. But we decided to put that together. Several people, after reading our book initially, were asking for a more detailed protocol book, and that's what made us decide to write that second book.
And what is the second book called?
The second book is titled The Cancer Answer.
So your next book, The Cancer Answer, is coming out spring 2019. 90 Days to Live is already out. I've already gotten my copy from Amazon. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
But you guys are more than just the books. Attacking Cancer, your logo that I see on Paige's shirt and your website, what's going on besides the books?
Actually, our website, Attacking Cancer, is our platform. That's what we use to get our message out to the world. We came up with that name years ago and decided it was appropriate because we were attacking cancer. We weren't going to let it attack us. So our mindset's always been to fight very hard for everything that we have, especially life. So Attacking Cancer is our platform where we talk about different treatment protocols. The protocol I utilized, also conventional treatments, anything that has to do with cancer pretty much is what we talk about.
Has a blog.
We do have our blogs on there, and so Paige can vent and really get after.
I usually don't get them posted.
Yeah, I have to edit and not let her post those blogs sometimes. We just we try to have a lot of fun with it. Cancer is serious business, but we do like to stay positive and have a good time with it. We do sell Attacking Cancer clothing, shirts, and things like that. But it's we don't push it. It's just something that we like to wear, and I think we give away more than we sell.
Yes,
so,
we
anyway,
do.
that's pretty much our Attacking Cancer platform.
Who is the type of person who should be reading your blog or buying your books? Who is it that could get most use out of what it is you're putting out into the world right now?
Anyone that has cancer, for sure. Any caregiver, family members, even doctors. And the reason why is cancer is a complicated disease, and we're not 100% alternative advocates. We're definitely not 100% conventional medicine advocates. We like a mixture of both. If it works, do it. If it's conventional and it works, by all means, do it. If it's alternative and it works, do it. There's a lot of times headbutting that goes on between the two, and we don't like that. We think that education is very important for all of us, especially as cancer patients, when our options sometimes are limited. If we are given a diagnosis or a prognosis that we have only a couple of months to live, 2 or 3 months, and conventional medicine can't even do anything for us, what are we left to do? I think everyone needs information like this, and there's a lot of great information out on the internet, not just in our book and on our website. There's lots of people that talk about different alternative treatments, and we're just trying to do our part as well.
How can people get a hold of you? What is the best way, besides your book, but what is the best way for people who may want to work with you? Do you work individually with people? Do you travel? Do you give speeches? Is that at all part of anything you do?
We actually do all the above. We have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram account. We have different social media profiles, so you can reach us on any of those. Our website is the best place to get to us, on attackingcancer.org. That's the easiest way to get a hold of us. Just go to the website. You'll find us there.
All right, so your Twitter and your Facebook and everything is there. If you go to attackingcancer.org and people want to get a hold of you on social media, they can find you there?
Yes, and we also work one-on-one with other cancer patients. We have for many years now, actually. Our time is limited, so we're kind of selective, but we do work one-on-one with cancer patients that are looking for alternative treatments, or if they're actually on the enzyme treatment. We have a lot of experience to help out with that. So we can definitely turn others on to doctors, medical doctors that administer the protocol. And we work with various individuals that can help them out too. So yeah, if they need to contact us, we're available.